Hello, Libra. Welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is D, and this is your August horoscope for 2021. And just to recap for the year, everybody's walking to the beat of the ancestor, listening to their own universal beat, making that commitment of walking through the birch trees and walking the spiritual path for this year. And maybe it's not spiritual, maybe it's personal, however it resonates with you. All right. This year started out with the Three of Vessels and joy. So January, you were very joyful, and you felt protected in February, and that was represented by the Four of Stones. In March was the Three of Arrows and jealousy, and hopefully, you turn that jealousy around into blessings upon yourself, Libra. In April, it was represented by the Wanderer, or the Fool, and it was the start of a new journey, and that sets you up for May. What did you learn? What did you learn when that Page of Stones showed up? That messenger of stones, of security and stability, as you started on that new journey from April. June was all about clearing out, represented by the Seven of Arrows. And in July, it was about finding that balance. So here you started a new journey in April. And maybe you've learned something along that path in May, and you cleared some stuff out. Maybe you cleared out some intellectual stuff in June. That sets you up for July, which was finding that balance with nature, finding that balance with the universe, finding that balance in a relationship, work setting, however you want to look at it. It's a life lessons card. July is all about finding that balance, and that's going to set you up for the rest of the year, Libra. So let's see what August has. I'm going to do the same thing I've done here in the past. I'm going to draw one card for the theme of the month, and then we'll do one card for each week for August. So Libra, your theme for the month is going to be about Seven of Arrows and insecurity. All right. Now here you're coming off of July with balance. Arrows is all about intellectual energy. All right. If you found that balance in July, to me, this is more of a harbinger of what to expect coming into August. Don't take on the woe is me aspect. You have control of whether or not these vines grab you. You have control of whether these arrows of doubt hit you. Okay. You have control of standing on top of that rock. It's up to you to have the intellectual know-how of getting out of that worry, doubt, and fear. Of getting out of your head, all right, in trying to stay balanced with what you had in July. So let's see what that first week of August has for you, and then we'll relate it. I'll pull each of the cards for the weeks, and then we'll relate it back to that insecurity. So the first week is going to be represented by Hearthfire. Eight of Bows. Okay, Hearthfire is good because that gets you around like-minded people. Maybe there's some celebration going on, of comrades in arms, say, during that first week. An opportunity to not worry about your insecurities of what's happening, not letting those, that gossip and those rumors, strike you in those arrows. Second week is represented by the Queen of Arrows and Swan. All right. Now, the Swan, Queen is that nurturing energy, and the Swan to me is always looking for new opportunities to swim in, new opportunities to transition. Okay. Again, when I think of swans, I think of the ugly swan turning into a beautiful bird. Okay. Swans are very protective of their young as well, just like the like the bear. So we'll see how that portrays into that Seven of Arrows and security. That third week will be represented for you, Libra, with the Ace of Vessels and the Waters of Life. So a new opportunity of looking at your emotional stability. Okay. A new beginning of an emotional forthcoming. And maybe that's part of that instability or insecurity that you're feeling. And in the fourth week is going to be a Six of Vessels in reunion. So you've got the theme of the month is represented by the intellect, but two of the weeks are represented by the emotions. And then maybe that's got a lot to do with the insecurity that you're feeling, right? So let's talk about this a little bit here. So here you have the balance of coming in from July. And you're stepping into a situation. Again, this is a theme. All right, it may resonate for you, it may not. Again, this is a general reading for all Libras. All right, of being insecure. And as I said, insecurity is an intellectual. It's an air, Aries is the air sign, and that's a mind. It's also communication. It's also letting things get to you. Okay, and here you're coming out of a month of balance, and now you're letting worry and doubt and fear, kind of jumble up in your head. Okay, and it's going to pull you down. It's going to make you feel insecure. It's going to make you feel insecure in your relationships, insecure with your finances. It's going to put doubt into what you're doing. Okay. And the balance was there last month. So how did you get out of balance? Something is going on that is allowing you to take on that woe is me. Oh, I can't do that, because this, that, and the other thing. Maybe there's rumors going around that are swirling about you. Okay, maybe there's something going on in the workplace that, making you feel insecure. The point is not to focus on it, not to feed that worry, that doubt, that insecurity. Okay, the key is to be aware of what's going on and step down off that rock. And maybe you're hanging out with the wrong people. Right? Maybe there was a company work party that you were at, and something happened during a work party, and it just didn't go right. Okay, now there's, people are looking at you different. People don't understand, what's going on in your life. Maybe there are rumors circulating, okay, which is, taking you down off of that rock, or putting you up on that rock. Maybe you don't like being in the spotlight, okay. But again, if you look at what's happened so far this year, you had that joy early, you've been protected, you're starting a new journey. You're learning new things. You cleaned out some of that old junk, all right, to become balanced. And now that you're letting some of that old junk come back in, and maybe it's with the people that you're hanging around with. That first week is going to be very significant for you because it's going to show you those that are holding you down and those that are lifting you up. And that's going to be in that hearth fire moment. Like I said, it could be a company picnic, it could be a reunion, it could be something with, that's going on that's just going to make you realize that, I don't really feel secure around these people. The second week is represented by the Queen of Arrows. Again, Arrows is intellect. Queens are, to me, they're nurturing aspects. To me, the queens rule the castle. They know everything that's going on with inside. Now, the swan likes to swim in different lakes, rivers, streams, however, she never stays put. And I say she, there's also a he to that. They never stay put in one swimming venue. They always look for opportunities to grow and opportunities, to bed. And with that, to me, the swan is always in transition. This swan is asking you, what do you need to ask for? The court cards always ask a couple questions. What do you need to ask for to help with that insecurity? Who do you need to talk to get the information that, you need to, get rid of the rumors or get rid of the fears, get rid of the doubts? Okay, who do you need to ask for that help? Right? Maybe to get that information. That's what this queen is asking. And she's looking towards the rest of the month, down towards the rest of the cards. The other thing that this queen says Let's say you walk into her court and you say, hey, Queen of Arrows, how do, last month I was all balanced. And, I hung out with a bunch of people here in the first week, and now I don't feel so secure. I've got this fear and this doubt. And she says, okay, well, you've come to the right person to ask those questions. All right. Who else can you ask those questions to? And she comes out and she says right off the bat, what is that straightforward approach that's needed? Okay. So she's going to ask you, why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that so-and-so said this? Has that got anything to do with you? Okay. Have you taken that straightforward approach with quelling those rumors? Okay. Did you talk to the people that are in charge that made you feel insecure? Okay. Maybe you need to go back to those people that you talked to during that hearth fire moment and ask that straightforward question. What did you mean by this? And have that straightforward approach where you're not going behind people's back. Okay. Go straight to the source to figure out what the information is that's got you feeling insecure. And that's going to take a couple weeks in the month of August to go through that, Libra. Once you get that answer, okay, what that's going to do is that's going to give you a new lease in your emotions. That's going to be a big burden lifted off you. Okay, and here you're going to be able to drink fresh of this cup of water out of this Ace of Vessels, this water of life, right? It's going to give you a new perspective of what's happening with your insecurity. And you're going to say to yourself, you know what? I shouldn't have listened to all that crap that was going on beforehand. I really am balanced. But for some reason, I let this information seep in, and it's not doing me any good. Okay. And I am going to cleanse myself inside by just drinking of this water. All right. And not letting this junk get to me more or less. And when you do that, okay, when you clear yourself out of the junk and repurify yourself with the waters of life, you set up a reunion of those that are like-minded. Okay, you've got the Page of Vessels sitting down here as well, the two otters. And they're in, the pages again are learning opportunities. So what can you learn off of this? We've seen that back in March or in May. What did you learn from the start of a new journey? Here you were balanced in July. Now you've got these insecurities. What did you learn? Where did you let your guard down? When did you step upon that rock? Okay. And you're going to realize that, what? I need to reunite myself with that balance feeling. I need to reunite myself with those that are like-minded. I need to reunite myself with those that are going to lift me up and not give me that worry and that doubt in, the rumors. I'm not going to get involved in that. Okay. And you're going to learn from this because that's what the Page of Vessels, those otters are there for, is to help you learn. All right. And it's going to allow you to fill yourself back up, to get a better emotional handprint or steadfastness within your life. It's not going to be so emotional as you're moving forward for the rest of this month. So there you have it, Libra. The Seven of Arrows insecurity brought on this month. Maybe you're hanging around with the wrong people. The Queen of Arrows is asking you to, be straightforward. Get the exact information you need to get. All right. And then when you realize that, when you get to that emotional breakthrough, that's going to allow you to get down off of that rock. But it's going to take you most of the month. All right. And once you get through that, then you're going to be, feel that you're reunited back to the way you had that balance in July. All right, Libra, I hope you enjoyed the August message, the August horoscope. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. And this is D for the Spirit's Path, and we'll talk to you in September. Take care, God bless, and stay safe, everybody.